Hi class, today is a big challenge for me because I'm going to try to fit 90 minutes of class into 10 minutes of video, so I better hurry. Yesterday, you were supposed to complete an index card that had 6 comparing and contrasting statements on it, and then you were supposed to turn those in. Now, based on the fact that I only got about 15 of those total, tells me that not all of you turned those in. I'm not sure if you have them with you or if you just didn't do them, but it's really important that when I'm not at school that you turn those things in, because that's how I know if you know what you're doing or not. And so I'm not sure if you know how to write complete compare and contrast statements correctly. So if you have those, it'd be wise to turn them into the inbox today. So before we move on with our comparing and contrasting lessons, I'm going to review what a complete statement would sound like versus what an incomplete statement would sound like. So a complete contrasting statement might sound something like this. In the first picture, the boy doll's shirt is just red, whereas in the second, his shirt has red and white stripes. This statement does a nice job telling you what one boy's shirt looks like versus what the other boy's shirt looks like. It doesn't just say one boy's shirt is red, the other's isn't. Because if you just said the other's isn't, it could be a variety of things. It could be a blue shirt, it could be a polka dot shirt. So it's really important that you complete that thought. An incomplete statement might sound something like, the blocks are different. That's missing some information. It doesn't tell me how the blocks are different. So again, make sure you're as specific as possible with those statements. Today we're going to start using text in our comparing and contrasting, and all of you are going to get a new index card, except this time it's going to have a topic written at the top of it. I would like you to add your name to that index card because you are going to be the author of that topic. So it's your job right now to write a paragraph about whatever it is your topic is, and your paragraph should be about 5 sentences in length, and it should be informational text. These should be complete sentences, not bullet points. So please pause the video and write for about 5 minutes. Now that you've written your paragraph, you need to find the person in the classroom that has the same topic as you. All of you got your own cards, but there's somebody else out there that's written about the same thing you have. So start with the side where Nate and Mikhail sit. And Nate, I'd like you to share what your topic is, and then whoever has the same topic as Nate, go join him on his side of the room. And whoever is sitting right next to Nate, please get up and give Nate's partner your desk. So eventually all of you will be sitting right next to your partner. The desks will still be in the horseshoe shape. You're not moving them around the room, but you are moving your bodies to go join your partner next to their desk. So pause the video and do that now, please. So let's try writing these statements again. If someone could please volunteer to pass out a sheet of lined paper, pause the video and do that. Please put your name at the top of your lined paper, and you and your partner need to scoot your desks next to each other so there's no gap in between. You need to place your 2 index cards side by side where you both can see them. And now you are going to read each other's writing, and you are going to compare and contrast what you've written about the same topic. Once you have read both cards, you are going to write 2 comparing or contrasting statements on your lined paper. So go ahead and write the topic that you and your partner wrote about on your lined paper, and then underneath that you're going to write 2 statements. You can do one of each, one comparing, one contrasting. You can do 2 comparing, 2 contrasting. It's completely up to you. Please do this in under 4 minutes. Pause the video and go. Next, you're going to rotate cards. So you and your partner are going to pass your cards to the people to the right of you. Back row, pass to the back row. Front row, pass to the front row. People on the ends, like where Nate was sitting and where Jacob was sitting, you should take your cards over to the other side where Chandler and Kaden are. So it completes the circle. Once you have 2 new cards, please read both cards and write 2 new compare-contrast statements in under 4 minutes. You're going to repeat this step in 4-minute intervals until you have 10 written statements on your lined paper. So that means you're going to read 5 sets of index cards. Please pause the video and complete this. Once you are done, turn your lined sheet of paper in. Next, please pause the video while someone volunteers to pass out the Mastodon article and also highlighters to everyone. If you are going to use your own highlighter, that's fine. Otherwise, please take a class highlighter. Please follow along while I read the article aloud to you. It's not unusual for an archaeologist to get stuck in the past, but Carl Gustafson may be the only one consumed by events on the Olympic Peninsula in 1977. That summer, while sifting through earth in Sequim, Washington, after a backhoe operator named Manny Manis unearthed the first mastodon bones in the area, the young Gustafson uncovered something extraordinary, a mastodon bone with a shaft jammed in it. This appeared to be a weapon that had been thrust into the beast's ribs, a sign that humans had been around and hunting far earlier than anyone suspected. Unfortunately for Gustafson, few scientists agreed. He was challenging orthodoxy with less than perfect evidence. For almost 35 years, his find was ridiculed or ignored, the site dismissed as curious but not significant. But last month, a team that re-examined his discovery using new technology concluded in the prestigious journal Science that Gustafson had been right all along. The pierced bone was clear evidence that human beings were hunting large mammals in North America 13,800 years ago, about 800 years before the so-called Clovis people were thought to have migrated across the Bering Land Bridge from Asia. The announcement came as sweet vindication for the now retired Washington State University professor. I was pretty bitter about the whole thing for a long time, Gustafson, 75, recalled. I don't like saying it. I never really admitted it except to my wife. It was so frustrating, but I'm very humbled and happy it turned out this way. His discovery has helped redefine our understanding of the history of the Americas. I think that's been the most gratifying aspect of this entire project, being able to go to Carl's house and show him all the data and the dates, said Mike Waters, director of the Center for the Study of the First Americans at Texas A&M University, who led the recent re-examination. You could just see the excitement on his face. His wife told me later that it was one of his best days ever. Waters and his team put the rib bone through an industrial-strength CT scan. They used DNA sequencing and protein analysis. They sent samples to other labs to rule out other possibilities. Using these and other tests not available to Gustafson in the 1970s and 80s, they narrowed the age of the bone down to 13,800 years. The CT scan showed the embedded shaft in the rib clearly had been whittled to a point, and other tests revealed it, too, was made of mastodon bone, not tusk, not elk antler. Now, please take your highlighter and reread the text to answer these questions by highlighting the part of the text. Go back. Highlight the part of the text that answers these 6 questions. Pause the video. Now, you're going to flip your paper over, and on the back, there is a guided summary starter. Please complete this by yourself. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to use some of that highlighted text to help you determine what the main idea is. And then when you are finished, raise your hand and have Mr. Lang mark your paper with a star or something to show that it's done, and then put it away in your binder. We're going to end class with your writer's notebooks, so please get those out and date them, and then pause the video on the prompt, which is this today. And I think I will let you read this to yourselves, but have fun with this one. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to read this to you. So you've been hired as a researcher to catalog strange magical items. Each of the above items is actually magical, but each is magical in a peculiar way. Write an entry for each item, giving it both an appropriate title and a description of its strange magical properties. So each one of those is going to kind of be like a dictionary entry almost, but it tells what its name is and what it does. If there's time left, I'll add a Mr. Wasco read aloud to my website. Have fun!